Same speed even, but I can control my boat more, so that's a nice thing to have, of course. Preparing to tack. And there we go. It's a little bit too slow, but for the first time of the year. We'll set autopilot again, and then we are set for some time. I need to stay between the buoys, so I need to tack regularly. It will make me strong every time sailing and tacking and fighting with the wind. The gust winds are coming and going. You will see on the angle that the boat will make sometimes. I'm reefed down with the first reef. I can put the second reef in when I need it, but when I see the prediction I don't need it for now, but first of the year, so when I don't feel me safe again, I will put the second reef in as well, but I think it's not needed for now, for today. And as well, we try to trim where we can for trying and learning the sail trimming as well, that we make the boat a little bit faster. As well, solo sailing, so yeah, having a proper lookout is also a thing, so looking always where every boat is. Still winter. Thanks for the follow! You fell off. I hope I don't fall off at first. Yeah, I see some other sailors indeed on the platform. For now, these are recordings, so I am sitting on my desk and it just pre-recorded because I have some connection issues when I try to do it live. But here you will see the real sailing, for sure. Even when I make mistakes, it's still a learning curve. But I try to search what I can do for making it live this summer when I go to the UK. So I hope I can afford the Starlink and some other things, and then I can stream indeed in real life. So that's a goal for me. It's 29 foot, so a 9 meter. So a little small boat. Yeah, for the first boat is, I think, already big enough. And for sure, if you do it solo, that's not preferred as well. Normally you need 2 or 3 people. That's preferred, but I did it yesterday with 3 people on board, and it's a little bit too tiny for what I think in the cockpit. But with 2 it's a perfect boat for 2, for what I think. And at first I like to buy a boat with a steering wheel, but I love the tiller so much. It's, yeah, how we describe it? You feel everything in the water because your rudder and your steer is directly connected. And you can steer with your legs and with your knees, and I think with the steer that's impossible for doing in the meantime your head sail, preparing and tacking. I think then you need to do it on autopilot, but yeah, for now I can tack with my knees and with my legs. So here I will already prepare to tack. And that is what I mean. Here I can steer with my legs, turn my boat, and I have my boat hands free for my sheets. Try to reach always for close reach, as close as possible to the wind, but yeah, then the wind falling out of the sails and then you start flappering. So I try to catch and make the angle as small as possible, because otherwise you're fighting consciously. Sometimes it's a little bit too much trialing and going into the wind, and then it will flapper. Live in the mango. Hello, thank you for watching as well. set my main sheet throttler as sharp as possible as well, so then I have a couple degrees I can get extra into the wind as sail trim. It's a little bit too small for trying it out properly, but we will try it as well. And then we will see what the speed is doing, but still 45 knots for this boat. Against the current, it's still a good speed to have. And in close reach, so into the wind, it's a nice angle to see, but not comfortable. Or not that comfortable. It's spectacular to see, for sure, and spectacular to feel. It's recorded with the GoPro, so what I find out is that my GoPro don't charge when it's recording. So and I'm using the media mod, so it's a pain in the ass to change the battery. So sometimes I need to check and swap the batteries.
You're in the Mediterranean where the water temperature is 15 to 20 degrees, maybe, or more. You don't need it, but for sure now the water is a couple of degrees, so you get a cold shock and it's in a couple of minutes or so. And even in the summer, in the Netherlands, it's still cold. And if you're sailing and you're going overboard, you're in a panic. And if you're just from popping water and you drink it, or it will come in your lungs, you're always to the doctor. Not, it's okay. Always to the doctor, but if you are laying down, the water will take a bigger surface and you will die. So if you're in the water and you have water in your lungs, if possible, check it always by a doctor. Go to the close by hospital and let them check it. Because if you're laying down, you can go to sleep and no to stand up anymore.
course sailing as well, enjoying the weather, and sometimes laying down at the boat fender. Perfect rest. For what it takes, of course. When I do long trips on my own solo, and then that's how I will sleep when it's not too cold. So yeah, just setting an alarm for 30 minutes and first a proper lookout and checking everything. And just nap for 30 minutes and then yeah, just look around, watching everything and do it again for 30 minutes. But that's of course as well not preferred, but when you're solo for a long trip you do it. You take some risk when you do something solo, yeah. But you can sail. Checking where the other boats are. Nice heeling angle that makes my waterline bigger. A little bit too close to the right. So we'll start flappering then, and you hear it, that's too close. So then we will check what we can do, and then we will check sail, of course. With the gust wind, what you have as well is when you... Oh, I can explain it. When the boat... when the wind blows in your boat or to your sails, your boat will automatically steer into the wind. So when the wind is gusting, then you see that the boat steer a little bit into the wind, and it's that angle that are already that sharp that the wind is falling out of my sails. Ah, OBS for grannies, you're awake again, I think. to have you, of course.
Ja, dat moet ik wel. Kom,
Of course we are doing it fine. Perfect banking angle as well. So nice to see with the horizontal lock of the GoPro. I prepare for tacking again. Taking over the autopilot of the tiller. And we can steer again with the legs and the knees. Will catch our sails, and then you see how the boat will bank. I don't know if you don't get seasick with the heeling angle. Maybe some people will get seasick as well with the angle that you see. Here you see the nice 30-degree angle already, so sometime with the gust winds a little bit catching more. I like the high banking angles, but I know you need still control to have control, and sometimes with the gust winds the wind will take the control over, and that's sometimes a little bit scary, but we know what we need to do, and we are clipped in as well, of course, so make it as safe as possible. Here it's a little bit smaller, so I need to tack already again, because I think this is the last time I need to tack, and then I can do a little home run to the harbor. But I did it too slowly, so I cannot through the wind, coming through the wind. Go a little bit further, first making some speed again. And here we will try again, a little bit faster. So yeah, my autopilot was steering again into the wind a little bit too much, so I need to change it with my phone. I can change my course of my autopilot with my phone. some peace and quiet with ourselves again. and trim my my head sail some extra, so I will winch it for just a little more trim, and we can try if we go a little bit faster as well then. Here you see the gust wind is picking and coming up again, and you see the banking angle that my boat make directly, so I will steer a little bit more to the left, to the port side, and then I don't steer that much in the wind because my boat will turn into the wind when the gust wind picked up, and then I lost my speed because there is no wind in my sails anymore. Have a proper lookout even behind the sails for me, so sometimes it looks weird.
Swapping the battery again every time, and with USB it don't work. Without the battery it goes too fast, and otherwise it goes to standard standard battery casing without the lithium mod.
spectacular to see, but I like to bank a little bit. It's not the fastest sail position, but for sure the most spectacular one. Don't forget to eat. It's just a small thing to eat, but yeah. Just having some sugars. Wind is picking up again, more and more. Some gust winds are still coming in, and they are coming faster, and see how much it will bank. What's not poured away is on the floor, so I'm trying to clean it up a little bit. For what's important for now. The rest will we do when we are back in the harbor. So, was a little bit too cold, so I take my jacket.
Okay, I will take you down and you take it.
So change the battery again, and we are back again.
That's a nice thing what you can see is over here. You'll see the aisle, just a sandbank. With the high water you don't see it, but that's why there is a buoyed canal. And this side is for pleasure crafted, and the other side is for the traffic lanes.
trying to trim the mainsail a little bit more using the main sheet, the head sail, and heaving and trying to get it, trying to trim it. I will reduce it a little bit as well with the distance that's still coming. Just enjoy peace and quiet, but still have a proper lookout, of course. Solo sailing, then you need to make sure you look out for other boats and what's happening again. Check the battery as well.
Perfect sailing day, but it was harder than I was thinking.
easy winter sailing day. Yes, just relax and enjoy the wind and the silence. There, the gust wind was again picking up. And the wind is falling down, so yeah, I consider for taking out my reef, but I learn if you think for your reef taking out, just to wait a quarter of an hour or a half hour, and then you see if it's a good decision. So if you think about reef directly. If you think of getting it out, wait a half of an hour, and then you're sure that you're not in stress for getting it back in when the gust winds are picking up again. So just be safe and go a little bit slower, but yeah, be safe for sure if you're solo. So yeah, indeed, OBS for grannies, less wind. Yeah, just easy first sail of the year without stress and learn the boat again, because you'll forget that quickly. Back full head sail, so yeah, wind is dropping, so back full head sail. Bring the reef back out, again out, so yeah, back the full stuff on the main, on the head sail. It's a roller furler, so yeah, you can reef what you want. Hey GP, thank you for being here. And again, try to trim what we can. We're just getting a little bit more speed just for trying. It's not that I need to race, but just trying to trim and getting the telltales right, that the low and the high pressure areas on the sail are on the right places.
that we will hold it for so long.
De huidige snelheid is de eerste op 1200 meter. Ja, oké, ja, ik hou het kort.
Nice winter sail that we do, so yeah, first time solo of the year. A little bit of gust winds, going from a close reach to beam reach, though it's not at high banking angles anymore. Having a proper lookout, and then we can back relax and enjoy.
Ja, via het kanaal. Ik kan komen.
Antwoord positief, geen buiten bijna. Jeremia komt een 8 meter voor de mond.
Oké, dankjewel.
The harbor and not the traffic lane. your battery life? I will just check it.
Checking the battery of the GoPro, then when I coming in the harbor I need to check the battery for sure, but for now it's still okay, so we can do it further on this, and I expect that when I coming in the harbor that I need to replace the battery again. So I will start the engine and then we can go in the harbor again. So engine in neutral, because when I'm sailing it's in reverse, because otherwise my prop is turning because I'm going through the water, and it gets resistance as well, and yeah, you don't need it. So when I'm sailing my engine is in reverse and then my prop is locked. So here you see the twins are back, yeah, picking up again. Sometimes the wind is catching and then he will bang in a nice angle. Sometimes it's a little bit too hard. So engine is running, filling in our logbook of course. First the engine lock and then the personal lock. Prepare to steer in the wind and bring the sails down. So bringing the head sail back in. Have some tension on the head sail and then bring the further in again. Coiling up the lines again, making our boat as clean as possible. And then we can lower the head sail. So the head sail is already packed, so then we can lower the main sail. So bringing the boat in the wind, that there is no wind in the sail. Setting the autopilot and then we can go forward. Of course we are clapped in all times, but when there is something happen I can rescue myself when needed. I hope I don't need to do it, but just make sure have some sail trips as well, and then we can lower our main sail for now. It's done for the day. We are 6 hours on the go, so yeah, we'd see it in three times. So this is part 3. But it was a sailing trip of 6 hours, first one of the year, so we will lower the sails and then we can go in the harbor and dock again. First docking of the year solo as well, so the stress level is coming up again. Just flake it a little bit, that's always a good thing to do. The boat is in forward. I have just enough engine that I can control my boat with autopilot. Because if I do fast, the shore is coming too quickly. Tying the sails down, that's when the wind is picking up. We don't have winds that catching up and get some sail area up, so we will strap it down for now. Yes, OBS for grannies, motor is on indeed. So the engine is a little bit in forward, that it's just enough to steer the boat with the autopilot, and that you see on the tiller as well. The tiller is steering, or the autopilot is steering via the tiller, of course. And bring the halyard as well back to the boom, that there is no flapping on the mast and getting some noises when I'm not on the boat. Now we get more throttle and then we can go in. Just bring the boom a little bit higher, that there is enough tension on the main sheet. There we are, some motoring and we can go in the harbor. As well, bring the main sheet further to the starboard side, to the right side, and then it's out of the way for me. And I can see clearly where I'm going. And as well, cleaning up all the lines, that there is nothing to fall over. Yeah, indeed, OBS for grannies, I forgot to turn off the autopilot, so he is still trying to reach the course that I set. That's the thing why I need to look for that, because it's still a proper autopilot. And it can maybe make some holes in my boat when I'm too much, of course. So I need to look at it. I set it off when I go to manually, of course. So here with my phone I can bring it in and I can store it away, and then it's not that much of a space to store because the pin is fully in. And then I removed, of course, as well that the boat is as clean as possible before docking.
Okay.
So battery was dying, new battery fenders are already in place, so you see the ball fender in the back, below the Belgium flag.
I will give you this
There are of course
angle
some normal
so you
fenders
can get it.
on the side, so it's not the best angle for now, but it's the best that I can get because it's, I'm a little bit stressed for the first solo docking maneuver. I have still 2 places in the box. It's still winter time, so my neighbor is not yet in the box, so I have place to dock. But yeah, it's still the first one, so we will see how it will go.
Go in between the old lock doors. Now I don't have steerage yet, so my boat is doing what they want. I can't steer because I don't have steerage.
So docking, I like the reverse docking because then I have control all the time. Even reverse docking, it's not a pleasure to do because your circle to turn is much bigger than when you're going forward. But it's for me easier when I need to undock. So yeah, we need to do is this way for now. Ideal I have another position in the harbor or another box, but if you can do it this way, you can do it always. I think it's not that I do it properly or almost correctly. You have so many variable factors, so every docking is different and every undocking is different. There is other current, there is another wind direction, more or less wind. So yeah, I will do the whole way in reverse. So I start on the visitor's pontoon already backing up, and now to the old lock, to the inner harbor. Yes, pull in reverse. So there is a lot of tension on the tiller, but for now that's the best way to do. And I need, I have my boat only 1 year, so I need to know my boat, of course, more and more. So it's still trial and error sometimes. And you see it in a moment, it's not that easy. It's not that you can calculate or do it every time the same with like you do steer with your car. Yes, opposite steering indeed. It's like a little bit like you ride with a trailer in reverse, of course. With the tiller, it's a need to consider, but for me it's more and more normally. And that's as well a thing when you backing up so far, you can trial and error again. when you take a mistake, you can do it, and when you're on close quarters, you need to do it right. And with my prop walk, I have as well close quarter. It's a nice thing to have, but when you need to abort your mission or your docking maneuver, it's a pain in the ass. So for now, I'm doing it the whole way in reverse because it's too tight for turning in the harbor itself. So yes, for goodness, yeah, that's why I back up all the way. And you will see it in a moment. It's still, the water is still coming out. And when we are undocking and departure, you see in a moment here on the left side that there are no rocks, and it's still going too low water, and there are already rocks here on the left side, and you see it's not that much of a space. And you need to consider as well, my boat is 1.6 meter deep, so that's my draft of my boat. So you need all times out of the way of that rocks, of course, because you're more to the middle than you think. So here you see already the rocks coming, but it's almost to the middle that they will come. So I need to go tight to the pontoons on my right side, but I can stay close, because otherwise I will end up the rocks. And it's going to low tide, so I'm stuck for a couple of hours then. And I don't want that, of course. I don't want some costs on the boat. So here I prepare my turn to the docks. And the next turn is going in my box. So I stay a little bit closer to the boats on the right side, because I need to turn the other side to the left. So the next box is mine, and I need to tie up on the finger pontoon that you see. So I am turning here, I am turning in. I overshoot a little bit because the wind is coming from that direction and the current is going out. But I don't have enough speed anymore because I already slowing down, and here I end up almost to my finger pontoon. So now I'm just bringing my boat in. So it was not a perfect docking maneuver, but yeah, it happened sometimes. And now I'm drifting away and I'm laying across of my box. But that is as well because there is no boat laying as a neighbor. So otherwise you touch a little bit with the fenders. So what I do now, it's not the best thing to do, but for yeah, I will walk the boat in, and then we are back on track. So I'm across in the box, but I just walk my boat in. It's not a proper way to do, but that's how I do it for now. Now cleaning off my aft line, make it a spring, and then we can set our engine in forward and bring the bow back in. So yeah, it's not the best way to do, it was not a good one to dock. and overshooting and know how much you can steer and slowing down as much as possible. It's every time different, so that's why you need to learn your boat. So now my engine is in forward and you see it a little bit, but it's out of screen. My boat is in forward and I bring my bow back in that I can bring it to the finger pontoon. Without the muscles, you just use your engine for doing that. So bring the second off line in, and then we can fleet over both. Of course, I think that I already did my bow line, but we will check it in a minute, of course. So just messing around, I will turn the camera in a minute. So here I am already. Hoppa. We are back. So this was my first docking of the year. We are done for today. And Monday there will be a new stream. And this was not the best docking, but we made what we can do. And I will see you next week for sure. Monday 6 p.m. UTC, 7 p.m. Central European time. And then we are back for a stream with the crew. So nice sailing weather with the crew this time. And this was it for today. So see you next week, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the follows. And we see each other next week.